Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Akakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say Shalom to you, Akim Nakwat, out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. And then today is the second edition, all right, part 2 of the true nature of the Edomites, okay, which is an ongoing series. Again, I'm not sure how many it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be either tomorrow or the next day. We have I want to try to get a walk and talk, all right, a hurricane walk and talk, right? Because, as some of you know, this hurricane's passing over Vegas. It's going to be at its peak on Monday. But we'll see if I don't know how crazy it's gonna be then, but it's been just rainy lately. So hey, get out there, have a walk and talk, enjoy the weather, because we don't get to see this. I like this weather, but we don't get it a lot. So enjoy it while we got it, right? So hey, the true nature of the Edomites, part 2. They love to lie. All right, and yesterday's edition was they love to kill. Okay, they love to kill. That's their favorite thing to do. They like to murder, bloodshed, blood sport, right? Put to death. Okay? So today's is that they love to lie. Alright, we got the little made the series art for it. Alright, this is what we're working with. Alright? The true nature of the Edomites. Part 2, they love to lie. Alright, so a little something I threw together in Photoshop, nothing fancy. Alright, looks cool. Kinda like I was originally I didn't know what color scheme I was gonna go. And when in doubt, black it out, right? Just make it black and white and just go with it like that. Looks old school horror movie, right? So hey, let's get right into it. This one's a shorter one, but nonetheless, still great edification, Lord willing. So we're going to start up by getting Psalms 58 and 3, which reads, Psalms 58 and 3, verse 3. It says, "The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies." All right, and the wicked is referring to the Edomites. All right, now there are wicked Jakes, all right, like wicked Israelites, but when it says the wicked, all right, the wicked, all right, unless it's in a context referring to the Israelites, the wicked is speaking of Edomites, all right, the wicked, they are the wicked. There can be wicked Israelites, all right, so on and so forth, but the wicked, all right, is Edom, all right, Esau, Edom, Idumeans, right, so-called white people, all right, them of the Peller descent, right, that's how it goes. They are the wicked, all right, and how do they act? The wicked, all right, Esau, Edom, are the wicked, or the wicked, however you want to say it, are estranged from the womb. I don't want to grab that word too. Estranged from the womb, they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Okay, so let's look at this word estranged.
Estranged. Estranged.
Okay, it says of a person no longer close or affectionate to someone, alienated. Okay, let's actually get it in a more biblical context and go ahead and get the blue letter. So we can go Psalms 58 and 3. Type that in down here. Grab it. Estranged. It goes back to the word. How's that going to be pronounced? Zur.
Strong's H2114. Zur.
All right, zur. Okay, it says to be strange, to be a stranger, to become estranged. Strange, another stranger, foreigner, an enemy. All right, loathsome. All right, if you get that word loathsome, we can highlight all of it. Loathsome.
Loathsome.
Causing hatred or disgust. All right. So let's see which one they're using for Esau. Really, they could be quite a few of these ones. But we have to find the one that's in Psalms 58 and 3. We got 4. But we're looking for Psalms 58 and 3. We're eyeballing it. Are we finding anything? I'm not seeing it. So if you don't know, you can hit Control F. Hold down Control, hit F. It'll bring up a finding page. So we're gonna look up Psalms. What about just Psalm? It's strange that they're not giving us any of the lexicon usage for the third verse, although they do give it for the fourth. Very interesting. Very interesting. But really, you don't need it because you can tell it, loathsome. Alright, that works. And as well as, definition 2 with being an enemy. Alright, loathsome. Alright, going back to that word loathsome, what does it mean? Causing hatred or disgust, they're detestable, alright, repulsive. Alright, straight from the womb. Alright, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Alright, and astray means what?
Astray.
Away from the correct path. Right? So the word estranged, that can go back to causing hatred or disgust, repulsive, loathsome, which goes back to that word, estranged. So they cause, disgust, hatred, they're repulsive. Alright, and if you get the word repulsive, what does it mean?
Repulsive.
Arousing intense distaste or disgust. Alright, offensive. Alright, so they're causing offense right out of the womb. Alright, they go off to the wrong path as soon as they be born. Alright, speaking lies. Okay, because these people are born wicked, alright? Doesn't mean they're literally speaking lies as soon as they're born, alright? But at a very young age, as soon as they're able to be speaking, that's when it happens, man. You got little kids, little so-called white kids lying it up, alright? He hit me, alright? I remember when I was a kid, or a child, alright? Because kid goes back to a baby goat, because that's why they call them kids, is because they're like sacrifices, because you would sacrifice a baby goat, right? And suck you. So that's what you would do, right? But I remember when I was a child, there was a couple different incidences of where I was lied about, man. There used to be this one fat fuck that I used to hate. I can't remember his name, but I hated his fucking guts. He lied on me one time and said that I was walking through the halls and I called him a fat fuck or a fat ass. It was a fat ass. That's what it was. Alright, but it couldn't have been because I was actually dealing with, at the time, I was dealing with this like, I don't remember. She was like not a therapist. She was like a, not necessarily a counselor. It was more like a, I don't know how to explain. I guess it was basically like, almost like a therapist and counselor and tutor at the same time. I'm not exactly sure what she was. Basically, she would help people that were like slower learners. Alright, not special ed here now, although, some of us were in special ed, and there's nothing wrong with that, alright? It's because, there's certain ones of us learn differently, right? So if you're in special ed, there's nothing wrong with that. I was in special ed for a point in time, right? Because my math is fucking next to shit, right? So, sometimes you need extra help with math. So you have these tutors and stuff that the school puts up. Well, I was with her at the time, and this lady, not this lady, but this kid, alright, said I was walking through the halls and I called him a fat ass or something, right? And now, here's the funny part. The principal at this time, his name was Mr. Allred. Alright? Yeah, he was a fucking Edomite. You know it, Mr. Allred. He was all red, alright? Fucking like an Edomite, alright? Allred. Okay? He was a dickhead. Hated my fucking guts. Alright? And a lot of the time I was in there, it was for, I was a baby ass kid, so, sometimes I did some shit I wasn't supposed to. Fucking around or messing around outside of class and getting in trouble. Alright? So he hated my guts before that anyway. He was, man, I could go on and on and on about this guy. I kept on trying to get my parents to put me on drugs and shit when they were trying to get everybody on Ritalin. Alright, you people, you brothers that grew up during that time, if you remember that time, they were trying to get everybody on Ritalin. Everyone in the schools are trying to get on Ritalin. Have you tried Ritalin? This kid, he's hyper. He's running around playing football. Put him on Ritalin. Oh, that kid over there, he's playing jump ropes. Put him on Ritalin. That was a big hole. That's a whole, you can almost do a lesson on that, because that's when they tried to put that fucking witchcraft in the schools. And that's all that schools are, because someone contacted all these schools, and it wasn't just my school. I've heard several accounts from all the people, you know, mostly men of my age, because they really weren't doing it to the women with the Ritalin, but they were doing it with the men, all right? Or the boys at the time, right? They were boys. All right, oh, put them on Ritalin, put them on Ritalin, put them on Ritalin. Why? Because we were running around playing football and, you know, roughhousing and, you know, play wrestling, right? And they're too hyper, put them on Ritalin. All right, and the kids get put on Ritalin and they turn into a fucking zombie. That's a whole, I could almost do a whole lesson on that. That all goes back to that John D. Rockefeller bullshit, all right, with this fake-ass medicine, okay? But anyway, back to the point at hand. I have many stories I could tell you about those places, you know, but, this kid, I can't remember his name. He said that I called him a fat ass. I was one in the hall. All right, this kid was an Edomite. All right, blonde hair, blue eye, fat fucking Edomite. All right, hated his fucking guts. All right, and there was many other lies at the hands of this guy and a couple other kids too. All right, and what they would do is they'd conspire and come up with things anyway. But this kid said that they brought me to the office and I was getting fucking reamed by Mr. Allred, yelling and all this stuff. But I can't remember if the counselor lady, if she ended up coming or if she was already there with me, but she said, hey, no, that couldn't have been the case because he was in with me at my class. We were working on so and so. He couldn't have been in the hallway. It wouldn't have made any sense. And this fucking bastard, Mr. Allred, you could tell he was pissed about it. All right, and had to let me off. All right, he couldn't do anything about it because he had another adult. All right, that said, you know, hey, look, this person wasn't doing it. All right, that's bullshit. And that lady could have been a Jake. All right, I remember she had a dark complexion of hair and she had like a tannish skin. So that lady probably could have been a Jake looking out for another Jake. All right, and I know Mr. Allred was pissed because he fucking hated my guts. That fucking Edomite bitch. Fucking hated that guy, man. He's my most hated principal I ever hated. All right, most hated principal that I ever hated was him. All right, my dad hated his ass too. He was always trying to, that whole school was ran by Edomites. That was back in Utah. All right, so it was predominantly Edomites. All right, and they treated anybody that wasn't pure white like shit. All right, because it's Mormon and all that, and they believe that if you're any other color than white, that you can't even, that you're basically a curse. All right, you're cursed. So your skin's a curse, right? Not that you are, because our people are cursed, but they think the skin color's a curse. Fucking ridiculous, man. But anyway, that goes back to, I wanted to give that little story because of Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born speaking lies. All right, I have many stories I could tell you about, Edomites lying on me. All right, and many of you brothers do too, because that's what Edomites do. They like to lie on Jake. All right, that's one of their favorite things to do. Then they've done it all throughout history. All right, we've talked about it before with the women and sentencing these Jake men to be put to death. All right. So, all that happens. And the funny thing is, like, right after I did that, I had false witness bared against me. At the same thing. All right. So, hey, man, at the hands of an Edomite. So that's what the Edomites like to do. The wicked. All right. The wicked. They like to lie. That's one of the things they like to do. That's the name of the lesson. True Nature of the Edomites, Part 2. They love to lie. They love to kill. They love to lie. All right, and that's what they do. Have you noticed anything in the series? We're already 2 in, and they don't do anything good. All right, they don't do anything good. Let's grab that scripture real quick. This is Ecclesiasticus 14:7. It says, "And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at last he will declare his wickedness." All right, so if Esau does anything good, they did it. Oops. Didn't mean to do that, so they're always wicked. So all these, the true nature of the Edomites, there's not going to be anything good in it. All right, they love to kill, they love to lie, they love this, and I'm not sure what the next one's going to be. I'll have to wait for the Spirit to reach out on that one, all right, and put it together. But they don't do anything good. It's never good, man. Let's get another one. This is Psalms 10:5. His ways are always grievous. If you go up to verse 2, you can see who it's talking about. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let him let them be taken in devices that they have imagined, right? So there again, the wicked. Who's the wicked? Esau Edom. Who's Esau Edom? The so-called white man, all right? Do they always look white? Do they always have light skin? Not always. Sometimes they might be a chocolate-covered Edomite. Sometimes they might look like under the bed, you know, as with that guy Michael Blackson, all right? They're calling. He says they told me I look like under the bed, right? And this African guy, all right? He might be a Jake though. You never know. Because, you know, again, you can't go off of skin color or how they talk or how they speak. He sounds like he's an African. Yeah, well, he could still be a Jake. All right, I don't care if he has Hamitic features. He could still be a Jake. All right, he still could be. Now he could be a Hamite at the end of the day. At the end of the day, too. But he could also be a Jake. We don't know. All right. I haven't seen him go up to the brothers and had his spirit weighed. All right. So who knows what he could be? He could be a Jake, he could be a Hamite, who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised if he was a Jake. Some of the shit he says is funny as hell. Okay? So, you know, as Michael Blackson said, you know, he said, you look like under the bed. They told me I look like under the bed. You know? That's what he said. So hey. So there might be Jake out there that not Jake, but there might be Edomites out there that look like under the bed. And under the bed, you know, it's pitch black, right? Because if you ever look at Michael Blackson, he's dark as hell, man. He's what they call him. He's dark. Well, I get in some. He's not even all that too dark. In some pictures he looks darker than others, but yeah, he'd be considered like, you know, just regular dark skin. He ain't even all that dark. Hell, Akon's darker than him. So, but it depends on the lighting in the thing. But you can watch this real quick. Play this little clip, so you have the context of the joke.
Came to America.
What would people say to you?
I didn't know how dark I was, so I came to America.
What would people say to you?
I mean, this guy told me I look like under the bed. That's real dark.
I've never heard that. In all my years of hearing jokes, I've never heard you look like under
They
the
said
bed.
I look like I have no bright ideas. They said the difference.
listen to him.
They said
Because I've heard him say that before, but I forgot the under the bed one, the bright ideas one. He always does that.
They said the difference between me and midnight is 11:59. They said when God said let there be light, I was out of town.
That one's messed
They
up.
said every time I wear a white beater, I look like a skunk.
Yo, look like under the bed is incredible.
That's what amazing.
They said he shot at me and the bullet came back and asked for a flashlight. Told me I have to wear white gloves before I eat chocolate, so I don't bite my fingers.
That's not okay. That's not. I'm offended.
They told me
I don't want to hear it.
I could never tell a white lie. They told me if I was married to Whoopi Goldberg, it would still be considered interracial.
Yeah, some shit he says, man. I'm sure he's just making shit up as part of a skit. But yeah, man. So hey, you know, there could be people that look like him that are actually just Edomites. So you can't go off of skin color. But hey, you can tell by the things they do, the way they act, the way they move, the way they walk, right? You can just tell. Alright, you can weigh it by their spirit, alright? And these Edomites, you can just tell an Edomite. You don't have to, you can be around them for, you know, maybe a little bit, and you can say, man, this is this. You guy's a fucking Edomite, alright? Like, for example, the Hodge twins, man. They're a good example. Here's a couple of tears. Right? Hodge twins, you are not black, alright? Apparently they got DNA tests back that they're not black, but that that DNA shit don't make matter. If you look at their father, they have a white father, alright? Which again, besides the point, but when you put that together, that they have a so-called white father, and they're always talking out against black people, and all black people this, black people that, and they're patriots and proud to be Americans, and they're Edomites, man. They're Edomites. That's the simple fact. All right, that's a simple fact, is that they're Edomites. So, and it's hard to find. I think one of them mentioned it at one point, I believe. Let's see. Somehow I've heard about their father, so grandfather somehow is white. All right, father or grandfather somehow, right? So you don't want to. They're not gonna go and put that out. Apparently, it's hard to find. I don't know why they hide so many so-called celebrities' fathers. All right, probably for that reason, right? So hey, those guys, they're an example of tares, man. All right, when you see what they're talking about, there's a lot of examples out there. Lenny Kravitz, for example. That was supposed to be a Z. Lenny Kravitz, that's a tear. All right, that's a tear. You can tell because you can just tell by the way his music is good, but it ain't Jake good. It's just like it's with a one song, "Fly, I Want to Get Away." It's like you would think that's a white guy singing. All right, but he'd look like not all your average white guy, but that's an Edomite. All right, he goes back to the Ashkenazi Jews. All right, so really he would be an Amalekite. So if we go back down here, yeah, Kravitz's father was of Russian Jewish origin. There you go. So where is his mom? I guess it's not gonna say, but if his dad was Ashkenazi of Jewish origin, then you could. Oh, there it is. His mother came from a Christian family, which was African American and Bahamian. All right, so from the Bahamas, so she could have been, Benjamin. All right, so hey, there's an example. You can't always go and look at the hair texture and everything. You can't go by that. So hey, can't always go by skin color. So anyway, back onto it. Esau, all right, his ways are always, Psalms 10 and 5, his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. Okay, so if you got this, if there's this one, so all those Uncle Toms, some of those Uncle Toms might not have just been, some coon asses. They might have just been Edomites. All right, now. Well, I sure love this. I sure love this black guy here. I'm not sure why. You're not like the other ones there, Sambo. Well, I don't know why. Because that's actually just an Edomite. That's why you had such a close relationship with the slave master, because you were just an Edomite too. All right, he might have treated you a little bit like shit at some points because your skin color, but hey, you were just an Edomite too. All right, and you got to live in the house and. Anyway, so let's get Job. We're going to Job 13 and 4. Get back on topic, right? So many of us brothers and even the sisters could probably tell you about times that we've been lied on at the hands of an Edomite. All right, because that's a lot of times when you're getting lied on or all the shit that they do, it's always Edomites, right? A lot of the shit that's happened at jobs, Edomites. For example, I'll give you one other testimony. It wasn't like her lying or anything, but it shows you the pettiness and just the nature of Edomites in general. There was this lady named Angie, and she used to work at my first job ever was at a Goodwill. I just turned 18, I think, and I don't know if I was 17 or if I just turned 18, but we had a dress code there where we had to wear black shirts, right? Well, I came in one day wearing a very dark navy blue shirt. Let's see if I can find something to the. I mean, it was dark. All right. Let's see. Dark navy blue shirt. It was almost darker than that. And I said shit. Meant to be shirt. It was dark. It was darker than any of these. Yeah, I mean, I guess it was extremely dark. It was darker than this. All right, and you could, I mean, it was, and come on now. That's almost black. All right, you can't barely even tell, to the point where she was saying, oh, he's not wearing black, he's wearing blue, and the manager came down. I was cool with the manager, and she said, hey, look, we gotta write you up for it. personally, we don't care, but you have to keep it like, what's the word? They said they had to keep it like even, all right? So it's not like playing favorites. If an employee mentions it, they have to do something, right? So that shows you how the Edomites are. That's an Edomite, okay? Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. Job 13:4. But you're all forgers of lies, you're all physicians of no values. And we just, before we read Psalms 58:3. All right, dealing with they're born speaking lies. Now, if you're a forger of lies, what does it mean to forge? All right, and those brothers with a nerdy background, all right, will understand. If you see what a forge is, all right, you play those role-playing video games, all right? I'm a level 34 wizard, right? You play those type of things, all right? You'll know what a forge is, all right? If you're interested in medieval times and stuff like that. A forge is where they would basically, see, there's one right there from the Elder Scrolls, right? Skyrim. So, just get a regular forge. That'll work. So, it's surrounded by stone, all right? And it's hot coals in there, and that's where you make what? Can we see somebody making a sword? That'll work. So, they're making, well, this is more of like a dagger or a knife, okay? So, they make, weapons, swords, knives, daggers, axe, nails, door hinges, door knobs, any type of metalwork, all right? It's a place for metalworking, okay? So, if they are forgers of lies, if you're someone, a forge on this, you would be called a blacksmith. But if you're a forger, all right, it would be forger, all right, a person who produces fraudulent copies or imitations. That would be someone that's forging. That's a little bit different. We want a really the word here would be a blacksmith. They're like blacksmiths of lies, but you have to go back to the archaic term. So what we can do is we can get the blue letter Bible again and go to Job, all right, 13:4. So you got to look up words, man. You got to look up words. It's imperative, all right? Look up that word if you don't know what it means. So forgers.
Strong's H 2950. Tafal.
Is that the word? Let me see. Forgers, tafal, forgers. You're forgers. Smear plaster over. Not what it means. That's not what it means at all. That's not what it means. That's a bad translation. So, but hey, if you forge something, a forger is someone who to make. All right, to forge. If you look up the word forge, we're not talking about Minecraft here. Forge, to make or shape a metal object by heating it in fire or furnace, and beating or hammering it. All right, to create, to build up. All right, to construct, to form, to create. All right, so forge, you're a forger or a blacksmith, as you would, right? Of lies. These people formulate and make lies. All right, you are forgers of lies. You're all physicians of no value. So that's another thing. Not only are they forgers of lies, they're also physicians of no value. Now, what is a physician? All right. Oh, here it is. A physician, a healthcare professional who has earned a medical degree, is clinically experienced, and is licensed to practice medicine. So they're useless as physicians. They cannot heal. They cannot do anything. So it's starting to paint a picture of who the Edomites are, right? The true nature of the Edomites, right? They love to kill. They love to lie. They love to act like they're great medical professionals when they can't heal shit, right? That's how it is. No, medical misinformation. Yeah, go ahead, E. For what? What medical advice did I give? All right, you fucking pansy. These fucking people they're a bunch of little kids. That's another thing. There's another one. They act like little fucking kids, man. All right, because they're not mature. All right, you say anything, I'm gonna take this video down. I don't like what he said. All right, it's fucking, they love to lie. Say, oh, he said medical misinformation stuff in this. No, I didn't. What did I say? What advice did I give? I didn't give any advice. So nice try. But that's what they'll want, because they try to get anything to take our videos down. Though it violated this community violation. No, it didn't. No, it didn't, E. Stop fucking reaching, man. Stop reaching. Let's get 1 Maccabees 3:48. We're sick of these devils. We can't wait to get the fuck out of this place. We hate Edomites, man. We can't wait for them to be in the captivity, snot running down their nose, crying, oh, we didn't deserve this. Yes, you did, E. Fuck you. We all hate you. We don't like you, Edomites. We don't. We hate you. We don't like you. We don't like to look at you. We don't like to be around you. We don't like to sit by you. We don't like to work with you. We don't want to talk with you. We don't want to look at you. We don't even want to smell your stink. All right? Because you don't even fucking bathe. We don't want to be around you, Edomites. We're fucking done with you, man. All right? The only time we want to be around you is if we're holding the whip. All right? And you're in captivity. All right? That's the only time that we want to be around you. All right? Is when we're rolling over you. Okay, we fucking hate you. Oh, why do you hate us? That's racist. No, shut it. And that's the other thing. They always try. They're like little kids. But when we do it, it's racist. But it's not racist when you do it. Yeah, because why? What have you done, E? You've done nothing but oppress people. Okay, so yeah, it's a little bit fucking different. It is. All right. And you love to lie. He did this. All right. He stole. No, nobody stole anything. I saw him do it. And he plant something on him. Plant something on him. All right, he's got drugs on him. I don't got no drugs on me. What are you talking about? Plant something. Put something in his car, right? They love to lie and they say, yeah, he had drugs on him. Fucking evil, man. These people are evil and they need to be put to death. And the Lord's gonna do it. All right, Yahushua is gonna come back and put these people to death. All right. 1 Maccabees 3:48. Here's another thing that they like to lie about. What do they like to lie about? Who they are. They want to be us. They lie that they're us. All right. 1 Maccabees 3:48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen, notably Esau, Edom, right, had sought to paint the likeness of their images. Let's go look something up. Let's go look up Moses. Oh, would you look at that? A white guy. Let's go look up Aaron. Let's go look up Aaron from the Bible. Oh, would you look at that? It's a white guy. Okay. Let's go. Let's look up Noah. Oh, would you look at that? It's a white guy. Okay. Let's look up Isaac. Would you look at that? It's a white guy. Okay. How about Rebecca? Maybe it's just the men. Let's look up Rebecca. What does she look like? That's still a white woman. All right. That's still a white woman looking like the fucking lead singer. They made her look like the lead singer of fucking Jefferson Airplane. Fucking Grace Slick, man. Over here, look, made her look like Grace Slick. Here, let's get there's somewhere with a headband on. I know she has a headband on somewhere. I can't find it. I know there's one. I don't know if she was carried over with Jefferson Starship. But yeah, man, Surrealistic Pillow, good album. I mean, they're good, all right. But yeah, making her look like Grace Slick, all right. Same haircut and everything, you know. Let's get a better picture of Grace Slick. All right, there she is. Look, making her look like Grace Slick or Janis Joplin, all right. Janis Joplin could have been a Jake, all right. They're making her look like Janis Joplin, all right. So, you know, what if we look up Jacob, a white-looking dude? How about Abraham? So surely someone. Oh, he's a white guy too. Surely someone's got to be. Oh, here. What about this character? All right. Oh, look at that. It's a white guy. That's a white guy. That's a white guy. That's a new image that they made that they think they made him look like, and he didn't look like that. All right. And his name's not Jesus. It's Yahushua. This Jesus character is someone completely different. That's why we talk a bunch of shit about Jesus, is because Jesus ain't. That's what they put the name in as in the Bible, all right? Because they changed the name, but the son's name is really Yahushua, and the father's name is not God. It's Yahweh. Okay. So. But that's what, when you look up the word Jesus, who do you see? It's a white guy. That's why we say that. That's why we talk shit about that name Jesus, is because that's not who we worship. This is a completely different guy. All right, and they'll do anything. Well, maybe it was Middle Eastern looking more so. They'll do anything, but make him a so-called Negro. All All right, and you know, dark, very dark skin with you know, curlyish, woolly hair. Okay, anything but that. Anything. That's the last thing. They'd sooner paint him as Asian, as Japanese. Okay, because that's the one thing they don't want him to be as a so-called black man, right? Well, it sucks for you guys because that's what he is, as a so-called black man. I know why you don't want him to be painted as a so-called black man, or you don't want that to be brought up, because you've done terrible, terrible things to the so-called black people, all right? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all of our people, okay? So the last thing you'd want, you know, the Lord painted as is a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American. That's why you see him painted as many other things but so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, because, hey, you wouldn't want the Messiah to be him, because he'd probably repay you back for all the stuff you've done to his people if he was them, right? Hey, but you guys, it's bad for you guys, because that turns out he is actually a so-called, as you would call a Negro. If he was here today, you'd say that was a black man, all right? But we don't use those terms because where's the land of black? Okay, where's the people of black? There's no people of black. Where's the land of white? There's no land of white, all right? There's no land of white. There's no land of black. All right. These are names that are put on people. All right. These are just constructs. All right. Black, white, green, yellow. All right. Just name and colors. All right. No. It's not how it is. Brown. All right. Brown skin. All right. Red skin. Okay. Not no black. Not no white. All right. This is a so-called white guy. Is he the same color as that garment? No. Then he's not white. He's pink. He's red, and pink is a form of red. All right. This guy, and even this guy that they're saying is Jesus. All right. And he's not Yahushua for sure. All right. But even him, we can use this guy for an example, because Pete with brown skin, right? Would he be considered? Well, he wouldn't be considered black. Well, let's get a picture of Akon. And he's dark. Is this black? No, it's not. You see this sidebar of the Wikipedia picture? That's black. Is he the same color as that? No. Then he must not be black. Alright? His facial hair, some of it is black. Alright? But he's not black. He's very dark skinned, but he's not. Look, his shirt is black. Is he blending in? Alright, his hair is black. Is he blending in? His beard, his chopped up ass beard, it's black. Is he blending in? No, then he must not be black. He must be brown, right? Just as with so-called white people, they're not blending into their white shirts. Look. He must not be white, all right? He must not be white. And the funny thing that you can do is you can go to color from image, and this is how you knock down that illusion, right? And then you go and you get this guy, right? Open image in new tab. Alright. And then we'll take this and we'll go and we'll use an image URL, go over here, copy it, paste it. Now we wait. Okay, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to download this nasty photo. Alright, well, let's download it. We'll delete it. Okay. So let's see. We're putting it right over his face. Alright, you see, we're gonna put it right here. That's not really what the color is, it's more like this. Okay? Let's see, what does it label it as? What color family is this? So its highest value is red, right? The red value is 174, green 124, right? What would this be considered of? These would be considered flesh tones, right? So, there used to be one that used to see related colors. And some of these people look like this color. Let's see. This color has no name. There used to be one. They used to tell us what it's like. Oh, it's a beige, or it's a this or that. I can't remember, but they're saying it's a warm brown, and this is a browner skin tone. All right, which it's making it darker than he really is. See, up here it should be. That's a completely different color. But they like to do what they like to do. Right, so can't really use that one as the example. Let's go ahead and delete that real quick so I don't get frightened by the nastiness in my in my downloads. All right, well, let's continue on, man. All right, so when we just looked all those things up, whose image was there? Whose image was there? If I think, let's go here. Show myself here. Alright. If we open this up, alright, bear with me. This is the, as you can see, 1611 edition of the Holy Bible. We open this up. What race of people do those look like? Come on, focus. There you go. See, look at that. Look at that. Come on. Come on, focus in. Come on. Hey, you can do it. Well, you get the gist of it. You can see it, man. So, hey, that's you know, they've painted the likeness within the book. Have they not? Is that not within the Bible? It very well is. All right, and they've put their image there. All right, and they've painted over, you know, most all the paintings. But if you go and you look, you can find pictures of like the Dura Europus, Moses and Aaron. They don't like these images out there. All right. But when you do find them, what type of hair is that? It looks like an afro to me. That looks like an afro to me. All right. What type of nose is that? That looks like a so-called Negro nose to me. What's that skin tone? Looks like a ruddy tone that sometimes so-called Negroes get. Okay. So it's very interesting that all of these depictions have somehow gone away and disappeared. You know, here's another one. This is a depiction of Yahushai. All right, Pangea Mavriotisa. All right, and that's just how I'm pronouncing it. It's probably not even pronounced that way. But a monastery in northern Greece. It says the tree of Jesse. All right, or it says here the J word. All right, but this would be Yahushai. Okay. What happened to all these depictions? Why are these all gone and scratched up? All right, and few and far between. All right, you gotta wonder why are noses of statues chopped off? All right, because these devils, after that 1,000-year period, man, all right, went in and deceived the nations, as it said, and they went and put their name in the books, and they put their likeness in the books, and they they made pictures of themselves, and they did all this, and then it continued on and continued on and continued on and continued on. Now, when you look up first image that comes up, see? Because why? What did they do? First Maccabees 3 and 48, and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. All right, and none of the curses add up to those people. All right, none of the curses add up. Let's get Revelation 3 and 9 for those people. Here's one for y'all. This one's for y'all. It says, Revelation 3 and 9, this is red letter, so it's Yahushai speaking, all right? The Son, the true name of the Son, All right, Yahweh Shai. Okay, not Son, not Yeshua, not any of these other names. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai. All right, Yahweh Shai. The Father's name is not God or any of those other names. It's Yahweh. All right, the Father's name is Yahweh. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai. When you call on their names, you have to call on them together because you can't reach the Father but through the Son. So you have to say Yahweh, Father, Bahashem, in the name of Yahweh Shai, the Son. All right, that's what you have to say. So Revelation 3:9, red letter, of course, Yahweh Shai speaking. It says, "Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee." All right, and I wouldn't be surprised if they start taking down videos that have this in it. And if that does happen, that is religious discrimination and persecution. All right, which apparently, you know, you can't. It's against the guidelines to discriminate religion, but they can discriminate against us. So it doesn't. They're fucking one way. They're one-sided. Well, if someone of a light skin color does it, it's okay. But you guys, you can't do it. Fucking you fucking Edomites. You Edomites. That's what you are because you discriminated against us. But if someone calls you out, then it's racist. But you can be as racist and take our videos down and say that, oh, no, that you can discriminate against our religion and all this stuff, as long as it's not you, right? And if we wanted to, we could sue the fuck out of YouTube. We could sue YouTube had we wanted to, all right, if we were in that state. And the apostles mention it all the time. All of us could. If we all bound to get man, we'd have one hell of a lawsuit, okay? Probably enough to shut YouTube down, really. All right, but we're not about that, right? We're not about that. It's not our time, not our place. But these devils, man, we're sick of them. Okay, Revelation 3:9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not. They're not the people, right? And they try to paint their likeness, right? Who are these people? The Edomites. It says, and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Who is thee? The real Israelites, right? The real Israelites. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Slack you for all the talk in the background. It always happens. The demons get riled up, right? So let's get Revelation 20 and 7. All right, and we were talking about this deception, this deceiving, and again, we've mentioned it the other day. If you want more about the 1,000 years period, because it is a deep topic, this is what you're going to do. All right, you're going to go to GMS Infodoc, channel 12. This is Apostle Ramalah's page, and then you're going to go to search. You're going to type in 1,000, hit enter. It's going to be the first one that comes up. Revelation 20, the 1,000 years, and the nations. All right, go ahead and watch that. It's an excellent lesson. All right, you'd be doing yourself a favor to watch it. All right, so there you go. Let's see. Let's see. So Revelation 20 and 7 says, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. This is really speaking of the Edomites. Okay, it says in verse 8, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And really that end part, that's talking about, you know, this World War III that's about to happen, right? But and shall go out to deceive the nations. All right, and then there's another one if we go up. Let's see. Gonna deceive the nations no more. I might be. Yeah. Revelation 20 and 3 says, and this is when he was sealed up. This is basically during the time of the Dark Ages. All right, when Jake was ruling over Esau. Right, which was part of the you know, that was part of the blessing that you know, it was Jacob had his blessing, and then Esau got one as well. All right, and it said, and it basically he would be in captivity under his brother until he had the dominion to get away from that. Right, we can go and get that yoke until dominion KJV, it'll be in Genesis 27:40. It says, "And by thy sword that and Slakia, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck." Okay, so that's, you shall serve your brother. And that was that 1,000-year period. And after that 1,000 years, that's when that yoke was broken off of Esau's neck, and then he went forth and deceived the nations, right? But when he was, shut up and had the seal put upon him, all right, it says, "And cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season." All right, and right now he's in that little season. So, what's he doing? He's deceiving the nations, all right, saying, "Oh, we're the people, 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 we're the people." All right, 1948, we're the people, we're the people, we're the people. All right, and if you look up the word ish without any context, because we know what we're talking about. If you look up the word ish,
Ish.
to some extent, it doesn't mean to some extent. It means liking to, right? The characteristic of, all right, not having the touch or trace of. It means, let's get more. Ish means not exactly, all right, approximately, not exactly, somewhat in a way, not exactly. They're not us, okay? They're not us. That's just another one of their lies. Why? Because that's the true nature of the Edomites. They love to lie, okay? We're gonna get Nahum 3:1. I accidentally closed out of the Bible here, but we're going to get Nahum 3:1, and then we're going to go ahead and close out. Okay? Nahum 3:1. "Woe to the bloody city." All right? Speaking of Babylon the Great, it is all full of lies. Why? Because who's ruling this bloody city? Who's in control of Babylon? Edomites. Okay? "Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey, you jakes, the prey departeth not." All right, and that's where we're going to go ahead and close off. Again, lies, 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 lies. That's the true nature of the Edomites. They love to lie. They love to lie. They like to say that they're the people. They like to say that they did this, that they discovered this land, that they went over here and they did this, and that they created this. They like to say that, oh, we created this invention and this invention and this invention. We created the light bulb, when really they didn't create the light bulb. Okay? They didn't. They didn't create any of these things. Okay? All of the good inventions. You ever want to know if you could live without Jacob? Just look up black inventions. All right, just look up that, and of course you have to use the worldly word black inventions. All right, because if you type up Jake inventions, it's just going to be inventions by people named Jake, right? But look up black inventions. All right, inventions of black inventions, and we can go here, and you could see how you would not be able to live your life. Okay, let's see. The 3 traffic light, home security system, refrigerated trucks, you won't be able to get a lot of food, elevated doors, what else? The color IBM PC monitor. You see, you're probably watching this from a color screen somehow, right? So, look, you can thank Mark Dean for co-inventing the color monitor. Without his invention, we'd still be typing in a colorless interweb. So your phone screen wouldn't have any color because those were derived of monitors, right? You wouldn't, yeah, so guess what? You'd be browsing around in black and white. Okay, what else? Super Soaker wouldn't be Have No Friend. Peanut butter, tissue holder. All right, you'd still be driving manual cars. All right, no clothes dryers, no dustpans, no folding chairs. All right, you Edomites wouldn't have golf tees. All right, no lawnmowers, no lawn sprinklers. You wouldn't have a modern toilet or a mop. All right. And they say drag queen. Yeah, of course, Jake probably brought that wickedness in. And that really isn't even, that doesn't go back to Jake. That's falsely accredited. That goes back to the Romans. All right, Caligula and all that shit. All right, and the Greeks, the Romans and the Greeks. Okay, what else? Paper, chess, alphabet, medicine. All right, the biscuit cutter, the coin changer, the rotary engine. All right, what else we got? The disposable syringe. All right, street sweepers, horseshoes, image converters. All right, radiation detectors. All right, what else? The printing press, pressure cookers, window cleaners. All right, the portable pencil sharpener, fire extinguishers. What else do we got? Hairbrushes, fountain pens, dust pans, sugar refinement, the cellular phone. All right, the urinalysis machine, door stops and door knobs. Okay, guitars and motors. All right, lanterns and gas burners, as well as the kitchen table, wrenches. Okay, see, the air conditioning unit. So, do you realize that without Jake, the telephone transmitter, the fire escape ladder, the refrigerator, so you'd have no AC, you'd have no refrigerators, you would have no refrigerated trucks, you would have no fire extinguishers, right? You wouldn't have any color monitors. You would not have a toilet to take a shit or a piss in. Do you realize what you wouldn't have shit without Jake? Okay, but Esau invented all those things, right? You want to know why? Because they love to lie, and they didn't really invent those things. That's just the true nature of the Edomites, right? They love to lie. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. Shalom, that taught me this truth and rule well. Slakia. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Once again, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Alright, hey, he's the one that revealed this knowledge to us, right? So we have to be incredibly thankful to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Alright, so hey, until next one, Lord willing, stay safe out there, brothers and sisters. Until next one, Lord willing, Shalom.